Hi there.
Do I know you? A little tip. People who ask a lot of questions around here tend not to be very popular. They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members. Somehow I think we will meet again.
So you are looking for the Thieves' Guild as well. Armand Christophe will decide who is worthy and who is not. I've been preparing to join the guild for years. If you're nice to me, maybe I'll show you a few tricks.
I really don't have time for the likes of you. Somehow I think...
You wish to join the Thieves' Guild too? Maybe we will soon be brothers in the shadow. Only Armand can say.
We will meet again.
Well met. Welcome to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. A good price for a good customer. A pleasure to serve you. Farewell.
In the west, in Old Colovia. Hey! None of my business.
Yes.
I understand the Fighters Guild is hiring new members. Not bad work for some folk.
So I've heard.
Goodbye.
Oh. Hello.
High mountain ranges rise to the borders. Hey,
Looks like we've got
take
a
whatever
thief in
you
our
want.
midst. You don't say. Heard any news from the other prop?
Rumor has it the narrative of Arene has left Morrowind on an expedition to Ark.
Seems that these are turbulent times in the land of the Dunmer.
See
I ain't got nothing to say to you, Fancy Pants. So why don't you mind your own business, eh?
you.
Farewell.
Beautiful, isn't she? The Marie Elena. Damn fine ship, with a damn fine crew. I should know. I'm her first mate. Malvolis is my name. So believe me when I tell you, we don't like it when people snoop around in our affairs. You get near that ship, and my men will run you through.
I ain't got nothing to say to you, Fancy Pants.
Greetings. Sirius Afranius. I'm a guard for Umbacano. Bothiel from the Arcane University is looking for someone to chase the bandits from Camp Hales. Probably trying to enhance her weird machine. He's that Imperial Watch Captain that's always chasing after the Grey Fox and the Thieves Guild. Chasing after shadows, if you ask me. The Thieves Guild probably doesn't exist. And it's a sure bet that Grey Fox doesn't either. My housemate and I were lucky to find this house in the Temple District. It cost a little more, but it's a very good address. A bit eccentric, loves old things. He's practically got a museum upstairs. But he'd never let anybody else see it. Oh no. You two.
Porbak gra uzgash. We've got everything the adventurer needs. I'm an old adventurer myself, and I know what's wanted. Can I interest you in some of my wares? You drive a hard bargain. You drive a hard bargain. That seems a fair price. A good price for a good customer. Come back and see me again. Blasted thief. I hope they string him up when they catch him. He's a slippery one, though. The beggars are his eyes and ears. There were lights spotted at Sundercliff Watch. That place was cursed by Mehrunes day god himself. Oh, best not to go there. I'm retired from adventuring, but you might try the old mine they call Rickety Mine out east along the Blue Road. Another possibility in that direction might be Kemen. It's an old Ayleid ruin. You might also look at Quickwater Cave to the north. I cleared it out, but I haven't been there in years. It might have new tenants. Leave me alone.
I'm Surotan, proud owner of Nova Roma, a little piece of Heartland Empire here in the lofty Gerals. What can I interest you in? An excellent bargain. You drive a hard bargain. That's a fair deal. Thank you. Come again. No need to go to the Imperial City. Bruma may look like a Skyrim town, but we've got all the comforts of the warm Nibbanean south. Did you hear about Braden Lyrian? A vampire hunter named Rainil Dralus made his way into town, snuck into his house, and killed him. Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Rainil slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. Goodbye.
Good afternoon.
I'm Regner. You want anything? Talk to Edla. She's in charge. I hate it here. Came here with Edla. All these snooty southerners. And damn guards won't let anyone have any fun. We're all talking about the Emperor's murder. We have no Emperor, and no heir. That's never happened before. I suppose we should all be worried. Good day.
Can't you see that I'm upset? I can't help myself. I'm just a sucker for well-heeled men. That Ola, for example, at the Tap and Tack. He's dreamy. And successful, too. I can't make up my mind about the prophet in Anvil. Is he truly a holy man, or just a lunatic exploiting the tragedy at the Chapel of Debella? Good riddance.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Reynold Draelus will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. Well, isn't that sweet of you? Goodness, what can I say? Ugh, that's foul. Is that so? I wish I could say that. What a thoughtful gift. What a wonderful compliment. That's just talk. I wish I could say that. You should be ashamed. Every little bit helps. Really now, you're such a charmer. You can't scare me. Remarkable. Get away from me. That's not bad. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Draelus, we may have never uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynold arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So you can see we really don't need any help. But thanks for the offer. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. Frostcrag Spire has been uninhabited for so long. They say it was as wondrous as the Arcane University itself. He's that thief that the Imperial Watch are always going on about. He likes to steal from rich folk. Yeah, I've heard of him. Isn't he a soldier or guardsman in the Imperial City? Feel free.
Excuse me.
I don't know what else.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Brayden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynold Drayless. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Brayden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynold, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynold convinced Carius that Brayden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous! And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Brayden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Reynold character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar.
To tell
I
you.
know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Good afternoon. What's going on with you?
I ran into some goblins in the woods not long ago. Nasty. What? Nords who drink either get friendly or mean. I'm here to deal with the mean ones. Good day.
Hi there. We're here to help. As Captain Bird says, we have to stay on the good side of the local Nords. It ain't their fault they're ignorant barbarians. Goodbye.
We're here to help. I've heard that Arentus Falvius at the chapel can conjure up creatures. Good day. Greetings to you.
What do you want? I've heard that Jantus Brolus is skilled with both magic and steel. Good day.
Yes?
How do you do? What can I do for you today? Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know.
Is it
Good
now?
journey to you. What can I do for you today? Good journey to you. I'm Hunmund. I'm a Plenty of mineral deposits in the Gerald Mountains. I'm out for weeks at a time by myself, but I don't mind it. Apparently, Right Wind teaches his blade skills to other Fighters Guild members. Bye. What can I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. I usually don't... This better be good. Oh, that's just the thing. Was that supposed to be a... Good one. Don't, please. I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. What a bore. Eh? How nice. It's no more. You're frightening me. Blah, blah, blah. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's a bit excessive, don't you think? How not? Thank you. How kind. I doubt you really... I accept. I have no choice. You're pathetic. What a... For me? That. Yes, yes, whatever you... Was that supposed... Yeah, I get it. That's not bad. I usually don't give out that kind of information. The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen, but most others are as Nordish as you'll find. Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Here, take my copy of the new Black Horse Courier. Go ahead, keep it. I usually don't... For you, of course. For me, thank you. See, was that hard? Raynil's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Braden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either. I take it you want something. They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members. Is this true? Who? Sure. What can I do for you today? Gelliborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynil told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. Just look for me if you need anything else.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. So, any new revelations in your, investigation? I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erline by checking up on Raynil. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynil is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I'm only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erline is so distraught. I'm sure Erline is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynal has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynal is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. How'd you know about that? Ah, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gellerborn was killed by Raynal not too long ago. Gellerborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gellerborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynal have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynal from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olav's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
Hello. Do you have any more questions? I'm afraid I know little more. Yes. I remember Braden mentioning that name once. He was part of the Brotherhood he had created with Raynal. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Oh, hello.
I've killed far worse than you.
Whatever. Anything else I can help with, you just let me know. Hafid Hollowleg says that Gerald View has been doing good business. Just look for me if you need anything else.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynal was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gellerborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynal doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. Please hurry. Raynal may make a break for the open road at any moment. Hello.
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olav's tap and tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer. Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low here for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom. Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck. I'm just...
May the wind be on your back.
What news do you bring? Long ago, I made a promise to Brayden. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Brayden would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Brayden told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state. No, he always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Brayden's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered. Thank you. I will now speak the word, Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore, I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Brayden would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. I'm glad he's dead. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I think you understand. Justice has been done.
It's you. Hi, go ahead, please. We're still in Cyrodiil here in Bruma, but just barely. We build for the cold, just like in Skyrim. I overheard that the vampire hunter who was in town was a fake. It was apparently a ruse to get his hands on Brayden's key to a treasure chest. Farewell.
Good to see you.
Oh, hello.